Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jesse. You're watching JMillzNFLTalk. I want to get right into some viewer response here real quick. Jacob wanted to know why I didn't pick his Raiders to take it all the way this year. Well, here's what I think about the Raiders. They do have a solid run game. They've got 3 running backs who have the ability to start pretty much anywhere else in the NFL right now. And that's going to help their quarterback play quite a bit, which is where the biggest question mark currently remains. Jamarcus Russell, I'm not quite sure if he's the answer or not. Maybe he needs some more time. But if he's not, they've got some insurance in veteran Jeff Garcia. Now, he's not going to necessarily win games, but he's not going to lose them either. And on the defensive side of the ball, they're pretty decent. Not going to be a top 10 defense, but they're going to do good enough to keep them in games. I think they have the chance of finishing 8-8 this year, but that's not going to be good enough to get them to the playoffs. It's an improvement from last year, though. Now, Brandon wanted to know why in the world I would pick the Texans as my sleeper team. Well, to get one thing clear, I'm not picking them to take it all the way. That's the Patriots' job this year. What I am saying is they're going to surprise a lot of people. And at the very least, they're probably going to make it into the playoffs. Now, they have Steve Slayton coming back from a solid rookie year, and I do not think he's going to have a sophomore slump. And Andre Johnson is still going to be a top 3 receiver. Defensive side of the ball, they've been building a lot of young talent out of the draft. They're going to be pretty solid. I think they will be a top 10 defense. Now, the key for the Texans is quarterback Matt Schaub. If he can stay healthy, then they're going to be lighting up a lot of teams. But if he gets hurt, they're going to be in big trouble because they have to fall back on, I think it's Dan Orlovsky. This is a cat who stepped out of the back of the end zone last year for the Lions. That's a big quarterback no-no. So keep an eye on the Texans. They're going to make it into the playoffs, I think, this year, and they're going to surprise you. Now, Scott gave me a suggestion, talk about some knuckleheads around the NFL. So let's start with Brandon Marshall, who's currently in a lot of the headlines right now, and been a lot of hubbub about him over this offseason. Now, Brandon Marshall wants to be traded. I understand that. But should the Broncos trade him? Yes or no? We think back to Chad Ochocinco a couple years back. He was making a big stink for the Bengals. They didn't trade him, and he's still playing for the Bengals. Now, last year he took the year off, and he stunk it up quite a bit. But he's turned a new leaf this year, and he wants to play really good, and I think he will. Now, will the same situation happen with Brandon Marshall if we try to keep him around? Who knows? If we're up to me, though, I think they should get rid of him. As much as I hate to admit this, the Broncos are in a rebuilding year. So, with or without Marshall, how well are they going to do? They should try to look towards the future and bring in some more talent around the team. Next, we have Mike Vick. He's getting another chance with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that's going to be an interesting situation. I'll talk a little bit more about him on a future episode. Plaxico Burress, yeah, dude shot himself and then went to jail for 2 years. Pretty bum deal. Is he going to be able to play when he comes back? I don't know. I think someone will sign him. Somebody will give him a chance. But I think at that point he's going to be too washed up to contribute. As a number 1 receiver, maybe he'll play as a backup role or something like that. But he'll make a team. Next we have Pac-Man Jones. Pac-Man Jones is playing for the CFL now. So I don't think he's going to be coming back to the NFL anytime soon. Maybe the UFL when it comes out, he might play there. And some team may be willing to take a shot on him again. But I just don't see it happening for Pac-Man. Alright, hey, that's all I've got for today. Quick show. And my next episode, I want to talk about teams that have made quarterback changes, how that's going to affect them. As always, leave me some comments, shoot me some messages, give me some feedback, positive or negative, and I will get back to you guys. JMillzNFLTalk at gmail.com. Follow me on twitter.com/JesseMiller36. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. See you next time.